Hare Krishna, Jaya Jaya Shri Chaitanya, Jaya Nityananda, Jaya Advaita Chandra, Jaya Gaura Bhakta Vrinda, Jaya Jaya Shri Chaitanya, Jaya Nityananda, Jaya Advaita Chandra, Jaya Gaura Bhakta Vrinda, Jaya Jaya Shri Chaitanya, Jaya Nityananda, Jaya Advaita Chandra, Jaya Gaura Bhakta Vrinda. We continue reading from Caitaniya Caritamta, Adi Leela, chapter 8, text 11. Sannyasi buddhaye more karibe namaskar, tathapi khandibe dukha paibe nishtar. Translation and purport by His Divine Grace, A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Srila Prabhupada. If a person offers obeisances to me, even due to accepting me only as an ordinary sannyasi, his material distresses will diminish and he will ultimately get liberation. So yesterday we heard Lord Chaitanya, he took sannyas so that, because people would respect sannyasis at that time. And so he took sannyas not to get ordinary respect for himself. Krishna does not care for that. He's the most respectable person, but yet he's the most renounced. But for our benefit, if we can offer obeisances to Lord Chaitanya, what is he saying? Even don't accept me as God. If one is thinking, I'm just a sannyasi, and you offer obeisances, all the material distresses will go away and get liberation. Krishna says in Bhagavad Gita that become my devotee, offer obeisances to me. Manmana bhava mad bhakto madhyaji mam namaskaro mam aiveshyasi kaunteya. And then you will surely come to me, he says. So just by simple things, we can see how kind and compassionate Krishna is. That he knows we can't do much. He says, okay, you offer obeisances to me and you can get liberation. You can come back to the spiritual world. And we will say, no, why should I offer obeisances to Krishna? Why should I offer obeisances to Lord Chaitanya? Who is he? Instead of thinking that we will get liberation, let me just do it, we start having an argument. We simply have to follow what Krishna is saying. And it's for our benefit. Till the time we are in the material world, material miseries will diminish, and ultimately we can go back home, back to Godhead. Krishna is so merciful that he always thinks of how to liberate the conditioned souls from the material platform. It is for this reason that Krishna incarnates, as clearly indicated in the Bhagavad Gita 4.7. So Krishna does not need to come here to the material world. He does not need to come, but he comes for our benefit. Krishna says, Yada yada hi dharmasya glanir bhavati bharata abhyuthanam adharmasya tadatmanam srajami aham. Whenever and wherever there is a decline in religious practice, O descendant of Bharat, and a predominant rise of irreligion, at that time I descend myself. Krishna is saying he himself is coming. Why? Because he wants to again bring the society to order, follow the religious principles. Everyone has become too irreligious. Everyone has forgotten what's the ultimate goal of life, which is to develop love of God. And Krishna comes himself. When the children get too naughty, then the teacher will come and say, hey, what's happening? So Krishna does that. Krishna always protects the living entities in many ways. Katha Upanishad says, Eko Bahuna Yovedadati Kama. That they are so, Nityo Nityanam, Chetanas Chetananam, Eko Bahunam Yovedadati Kama. There is so many eternals. There are so many eternals. Amongst all these eternal souls, there is one eternal soul that is maintaining all the eternal souls. And that is Krishna. We are all eternal souls, all living entities. We are eternal souls. Who's maintaining us? Who's maintaining us here in the material world? Who maintains us in the spiritual world is Krishna. It's not that once we get liberated, then we become Krishna. No, we can never become Krishna. Krishna continues to maintain us, even in the spiritual world. He comes himself, he sends his own confidential devotees, and he leaves behind him shastras like the Bhagavad Gita. So Krishna comes himself, he sends his devotees to teach us about pure devotional service, to tell us the truth, and he leaves the scriptures for us, Bhagavad Gita, Srimad Bhagavatam. Why does he do all these things? Why? We should understand. Krishna says in Bhagavad Gita 4.8 or 9, Janma karma chame divyam evam yoveti tattvataha tattva deham punarjanma naiti mam eti so Arjuna. He says, one who can understand the nature of my appearance and my activities does not take his birth again in this material world after he leaves his body, but he comes back home, back to Godhead. So we should try to understand Krishna. So why does Krishna do this? It is so that people may take advantage of the benediction to be liberated from the clutches of Maya. It's for our benefit. Right now we are in illusion. We are thinking we are the body. We are thinking either we are man or woman. This is my name. This is my family. This is my country. This is my society. This is my community. But we have completely forgotten our real identity. Each and every one of us has a real identity. Our Swarup, our spiritual identity. It's not that the soul has no identity, that is just some light. You know? Light, okay, light is coming from the soul, but the soul has an identity. Where is the light coming from? The bulb. So who is that bulb? Like that we have to see. So we, each of us, we have a spiritual identity, but we have completely forgotten it. By engaging in devotional service, by the mercy, by taking the mercy, accepting the mercy of Lord Chaitanya, we can easily get liberation in this life. We don't even need to leave the body to get liberation. Can get liberated even while we are living in the material world. We simply have to receive the mercy of Lord Chaitanya. And that is his greatest mercy on us. Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu accepted sannyas so that even a foolish person who accepted him as an ordinary sannyasi would offer him respect, for this would help diminish his material distresses and ultimately liberate him from the material clutches. So Lord Chaitanya has not become a sannyasi because he wants, oh, I'm so great. Look, people are bowing down to me. I'm so great. Everywhere people respect me so much. Now I have become a sannyasi, so people should respect me. People should bow down to me. No, he doesn't need anything. He's Atmaram. He's completely satisfied by himself, but for our benefit. Even if we do not understand the position of Lord Chaitanya, if we simply offer our obeisances to him, we can get out of this material world. While living in the material world, our material distress will diminish, and ultimately we can get out of this Maya, illusion of Maya. Go back home, back to Godhead. Actually, Lord Chaitanya, if we can understand what he's giving, he's giving us not only liberation, but he's giving us the highest gift, which is a love of God. Love of God. Prema pumartho mahan. That is the goal. That is the goal. That's the natural state of each and every living entity. Each and every soul has this love of God. We have simply forgotten it. We have just forgotten. It's not that only some souls have it and some don't. Each of us have it. The only we have forgotten that we have this. By chanting the Hare Krishna mantra, by hearing about Krishna, by associating with the devotees, we can revive this love of God. Srila Bhaktisiddhanta Saraswati points out in this connection that Sri Krishna Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is the combined form of Sri Radha and Krishna. Mahaprabhu Sri Chaitanya, Radha Krishna, nahi anya. Mahaprabhu Sri Chaitanya, Radha Krishna, nahi anya. Lord Chaitanya is Krishna himself. Then why is he not blackish? Because he's taken the mood of Srimati Radharani. And that's the reason he's so merciful, so compassionate, because he's come with the mood of Radharani. And what is this mood? Give love of God to everyone. Let everyone become a devotee of Krishna. Everyone is a devotee of Krishna. Everyone originally is a devotee. We have simply forgotten it. That's all. And Mahaprabhu is giving us easily, just take it, accept it, and be situated in that platform. Therefore, when fools consider Chaitanya Mahaprabhu to be an ordinary human being and thus treated him disrespectfully, the merciful Lord, in order to deliver these offenders, accepted sannyas so that they would offer him obeisances, accepting him as a sannyasi. So what happened was there were some people who were disrespecting Lord Chaitanya. So then Lord Chaitanya said, oh my God, if people disrespect me, I have come to deliver the entire world. I've come to give this Krishna Prema to the entire world. But if they disrespect me, then how will they be able to receive this mercy? They will not be able to. Then he decided, let me take sannyas. Because if I take up sannyas, automatically people will offer respect to me. And by doing so, they will get liberated. So we can see that Lord Chaitanya is so merciful. He's not taking sannyas to get some name, fame, adoration for himself. No, he's doing it for us. That we simply offer obeisances to him and we get liberated. Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu accepted sannyas to bestow his great mercy on people in general who cannot appreciate him as Radha and Krishna themselves. Radha and Krishna, they are eternally became Krishna, he is the Supreme Lord, and Srimati Radharani is his internal energy. So they separated eternally to enjoy loving pastimes. Who can love Krishna more, Because he's God himself. So he himself, she is his own energy. Radha and Krishna are one personality, but they separated eternally to enjoy loving pastimes. Now these personalities combined again as Lord Chaitanya. Lord Chaitanya is Krishna himself in the mood of Srimati Radharani. And he's called Mahavadanyaya. His mood is to give Krishna consciousness to everyone. His instruction is Yare Dekha Tare Kaha Krishna Upadesh, especially to anyone who is born in the land of India. That's his instruction to each of us, that whoever is born in the land of India, you preach this Krishna consciousness to everyone. Why? So that everyone can go back home, back to Godhead. You don't need to live here in the material world. Is that okay? So by his mercy, he's made it very simple, very easy. By his mercy, we are chanting the Hare Krishna mantra. And we are hearing from Bhagavatam, Bhagavad Gita. We simply have to receive his mercy and go back home, back to Godhead. Did anyone have any question or comment? Or did anyone want to add anything? No, then we'll stop here for today. Caitanya Caritamta ki jai, Srila Prabhupada ki jai, Gaur Bhaktavinda ki jai, Hare Krishna. Thank you so much for listening and enjoying.